Hello and welcome back to Lately Fashionable. I am Chelsea Souter and I am currently on a year-long mission to sew 24 vintage clothing items for myself before January of 2025 so that I can spend all of next year dressing vintage every day. If you remember from my January update video, or if you've just done the math for yourself, you will know that I need to average 2 projects per month to complete all 24 projects in the 12-month period. So how did I do? Well, it's the end of February and I now have 2 skirts. So I've doubled my 1 skirt from the first month, but clearly I have a ways to go. Let's check the board, shall we? I made some corrections from last time because I had mistakenly said that the 2 teal blouses were cut out, and they are in fact well in progress, both of them. But I need to make another correction because I found the navy blue blazer fabric, and it turns out that no, I had not cut out that blazer, but I have made a mock-up. So I'm just going to put a dot for something has been done, even if the actual piece has not been started. However, I can also add another project because if you recall from last time, I determined that I do not have enough fabric for a second cream rayon blouse, but I have since cut out the first one, and I have also cut out a removable collar from the remainder of the fabric. That was not enough to get a second blouse, but was enough for a collar. And I have finished the light blue wool skirt. I'm calling it finished even though it doesn't have closures because it will probably have closures by the end of the night. And getting it done by midnight on February 29th counts as done for my purposes. So that brings us up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cut out. 1, 2, 3 in progress, 2 completed, and 1 mock-up. So it's more than it looks like from just the garment rack. So this light blue wool skirt, I still need to tack the top of the hem facing and add the buttons, and then it will be done. But I did try it on and it fits. It's a moderate success. I will talk about it in its own video when it comes time for that. That is not the only thing I made this month. It just happens to be the only thing I've made for this challenge. I also whipped up this vest for my son for his 3rd birthday. And while this is not strictly relevant to the project at hand, it is related because it reminded me that I made him this vest when he turned 1. I have this tradition with my kids where I take photos of them on their birthday in a specific red rocking chair, wearing a garment that either I made for them or sometimes my mom made for them. And in my son's case, I've made him vests. I don't have the 2-year-old vest handy at the moment, but it reminded me that when I made this vest, you can see it's a black watch plaid. I had planned at the time to make my own black watch plaid vest from that vintage pattern that I discussed in the planning video, which I will link up here for you to watch, so that we could wear our 2 vests together. I clearly did not accomplish that 2 years ago, but this does still fit him. It's a little short. As you can see, he's grown in the meantime, but it still fits around him. So I think I'm going to work on this vest next, just so I can, you know, get a couple pictures of the two of us together wearing our matching plaid vests. That just makes me really happy for some reason. It's going to be really difficult for me every time I film one of these monthly recap videos to not just throw on this blue wool skirt to wear because I love it so much. I really wanted to wear it today, but I also wanted to have it hanging here so I can show my progress. So the struggle is real. So, goals for the next month. You may recall, I had planned to start the blue wool dress this month. I have not gotten to it yet. I have thought about it a lot. I've been scheming because I'm finding that now that I have a growing quantity of adjustable clothing in my wardrobe, it becomes even harder to wear non-adjustable clothing. So I'm working through ideas in my brain on how to make most of these adjustable, even though the patterns do not call for that. I also really want to start on this green wool skirt, partly because it will go really well with the plaid vest. And I should really work on these pants that are cut out and not yet sewn together. I wear skirts a lot, but I would really like to have some pants to be able to throw on. So I guess I have multiple goals going forward. I still want to work on the red wool dress. I want to start on the green wool skirt. I want to get at least one of these pairs of pants wearable. And I want to start on the plaid vest. Anyway, that's where we are for now. If you are enjoying following along with my vintage wardrobe sewing, don't forget to give me a like, and if you are new here and you wish to see more, definitely subscribe, and I will see you soon with a video about my brand new skirt. Thanks for watching. Bye. So I now have two, and there's a helicopter, because of course there is. Ah!